Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about wind chills at least 25 below this morning. If you do have to head out and about later, today would be your better bet because we're going to have improvement as the day goes on. We're already getting improvement. The National Weather Service has canceled the windstorm warning, the winter storm warning. Now, wind chills remain until 10 o'clock this morning, the dangerous wind chills. Again, we're looking at wind chills of 20 to 25 below with winds sustained right now out of the southwest anywhere from 20 to upwards of 30. So we're still going to get that blowing snow, and then gusts upwards of right around 40. We're gusting between 30 and 40 this morning. Temperatures, as we mentioned, are oh so cold. We're sitting at either 1 below in Mansfield and Worcester to 1 above Lorain, Cleveland. So we're right around 0. You factor in that wind and we've got 20 below in Ashtabula. That's what it feels like. It feels like 13 below in New Philadelphia. You're our warmer spot this morning, 25 below in Lorain. So as we go through the day today, our temperatures will sneak up above 10 degrees. I think Futurecast is being a little too generous here. I do expect us in the lower teens later this afternoon. But look at our wind chills. They come up as well. We'll be between right around 15 below is what it's going to feel like this afternoon. As we head into the evening, we'll have wind chills of anywhere from 5 to 10 below. And our wind gusts will continue to go down. So we'll still have those 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts between now and 4 p.m. And then look at this. They start to go down as we head into Christmas morning. We'll have wind gusts upwards of 30. Christmas Day, that's your pick day of the weekend. Of course it is, right? We did have a burst of some light snow push through our area. That was with a trough that's now starting to break apart. We're seeing just pockets of lighter snow. Later today, I will be tracking some lake effect snow out on the east side. That's coming this evening and also Christmas morning. So we'll highlight that for you coming up, and of course have your Christmas Day and the day after forecast in just a bit.
Even when the temperatures are single digits.
Hey, wait until you see my 8-day forecast. You're going to be putting me back on the nice list. That's all I got to say. All right, maybe those going to the Browns game might not think that way. Tailgating. I mean, why? Why even bother? 5 degrees, feeling more like 25 below. It's cold, it's windy. Now at the game, I do expect game time temp to be right around 10. That's a stretch. We'll see if it makes it there. Wind chill, though, will be about -15. So our wind chill will be improving, as well as our wind gusts will be improving as we go through the day today. Don't get me wrong, it's still going to be windy, it's still going to be gusty, and it's still going to be cold. Just not as dangerous as it has been the last 24 hours. So your holiday travel, if you're out and about today, definitely use some caution because we still have some blowing and drifting snow around. And it's very cold, so very hard to treat our roadways. Now tonight, still use caution. If you're headed up towards I-90, out towards Erie, PA, you're gonna wanna watch that because we'll be watching a lake effect snow band, and that's going to continue through the day tomorrow. So that's really gonna be your only trouble spot on Christmas Day will be I-90 and east. Otherwise, I think tomorrow is definitely going to be the better of the 2 days. Now, air traffic, of course, you know, that's just been a nightmare with that storm yesterday. So we're looking from minor to moderate delays across the East Coast. We'll also be tracking a clipper system come Monday. That will bring a few snow showers to our area, but it could also mean some minor flight delays as well on Monday. Out of Cleveland, looking good though. That's coming in later on Monday, and that's only going to put down less than an inch, so we're not really concerned about Monday's system. What's going on right now? We're still tracking a few light snow showers and flurries around. Of course, they're just blowing. We've picked up anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow with this storm, and then that is now out of here. Little to no accumulation for much of the area through the remainder of Christmas weekend. It's this area. This is Saturday morning. We're watching the snow band that is hovering off the lakeshore. Should start to push in here by later this afternoon into the evening. And again, it's this sliver here, areas north of I-90 in Lake Ashtabula and parts of extreme northeastern Cuyahoga County. So that band will continue to drift back and forth here through Christmas and that could put down several inches of snow. I did do an updated snowfall total map for you, what I'm expecting here over the next 24 to 36 hours. Little to no accumulation for most of our area. Depending on how far south that band wavers, we could get an additional 1 to 2 in portions of eastern Cuyahoga into central Geauga and also northern Portage County. And then that sliver that I just showed you, again, areas right along the I-90 corridor, we're going to get 3 to 5 inches. Now, the temperature is very cold across much of the lower 48. We hit a low of -4 in Cleveland. In Toledo, or Youngstown, excuse me, they actually had a record cold of -5. So we set records yesterday. But here's the good news. We've got the warmer air coming at us as we head into mid and towards the end of the week, which of course is the end of the year. So that puts us with milder temps, tolerable temps for sure. 12 degrees today, 15 degrees tomorrow. Again, those wind chills will get better and better as the weekend goes on. And then we're in the 20s on Monday and Tuesday with a weak clipper system. By the time we head towards the end of the weekend, we start to ring in the new year, we'll have temperatures in the 50s. As the weekend goes on, I took about 50 miles per hour on the freeway this morning, so we'll see though. Kudos and thanks to ODOT for working round the clock for us, keeping us safe. All right, so here's a look at our temperatures today. Improvement from yesterday, meaning in the afternoon we were still sub-zero. As we go through the day today, the coldest, of course, this morning, we're sitting right around 0 at the moment. As we head towards our lunch hour, we'll be about 8 above. And then as we get towards the end of the afternoon and into the evening, we'll hover in the lower teens. But wind chills will still be anywhere from 15 to 25 below. So let's take a look at your feel-like temperature as we head through the evening hours and into your Christmas Day. I think Christmas Day's forecast is the most important. So we're going to stop it here at 7 a.m. Actual air temperature will be in the single digits, but at least will be above that 0 mark. Anywhere from 10 to 15 below is what it's going to feel like Christmas morning. So you're going to be bundled up as you head to your Christmas services. Now on Sunday afternoon, we've got temperatures headed back into the low and mid-teens, and wind chills will still have improvement here. It'll still be sub-zero, but it's going to feel a lot better than 25 to 30 below. We'll likely be between right around 5 below for most areas. And then as we head into Sunday evening, from 5 to 10 below. So improvement, but still bitter cold. I mean, look at current conditions across our area right now. 1 degree here in Cleveland. We got 5 below in Minneapolis, but the heart of the Arctic air, it's definitely here. And we still have a few light snow showers and flurries around. Trough move through. Beyond that, lake effect's going to start to set up over our lake. It's going to hover just near the lake shore there, eventually dropping into Lake and Ashtabula County come this evening and overnight. That's going to be the only area that has a chance of seeing a couple inches. So here's a look at Futurecast hour by hour. We're hanging on to that cloud cover across our area. There's 4:30 in the afternoon, and you can see that band starting to drift in. The only problem area travel-wise tonight into tomorrow morning will be that I-90 corridor from Cleveland up towards Erie, PA. Otherwise, not expecting huge travel issues in the immediate areas. If you're driving, of course, there's still going to be that blowing snow around, so you just want to use caution. We can all drive in some of these conditions. We'll continue with the lake effect snow through the morning hours on Christmas Day, and then it's out of here. So how much snow are we expecting? Little to no accumulation for much of our area. I put some padding on this here for central Geauga County, eastern Cuyahoga. In case that band decides to drift a little more, you could get 1 to 2 inches, but I think you're going to be more in that little to no accumulation range. And then that I-90 corridor, 3 to 5 inches possible. How about these wind chills and wind gust reports? Our highest wind chill, 41 below in Ashland, or our lowest wind chill, I should say. Fairport had a 74-mile-per-hour wind gust. Today, 12 degrees, bitter cold and windy, winds gusting to 40 at times, wind chills as low as 25 below. 9 degrees tonight. Lake effect snow sets up. At Christmas, it's just cold. Temperature 15 degrees. Still a bit windy, but not as bad as the last couple of days. We'll have wind gusts upwards of 25, making that 15 feel more like 5 below. Looking ahead, we're tracking a clipper on Monday. That'll bring some light snow showers to our area late in the day. An inch or less expected with that. We're hanging out in the 20s on Tuesday, but then look at this as we wrap up 2022. We warm up Friday and Saturday, temperature 50 or above with rain showers.
Some really funny moments there. Also, just knowing we've all been in this business for years, worked in those small market towns, and when it snows, when there's bad weather, it's all hands on deck. Everybody's working.
Right.
So
you're going to go outside. I mean, he said a lot of things I've always thought, but
didn't say it.
Yeah, but you don't say it. Well, and not even that, unless it was just something planned that they thought would be fun, and that's one thing. But if he just did that on his own, I might have fired him. I'll be honest with you. He might be cold and hungry and looking for a job now.
Yeah.
I might have fired him unless it was something that just a bit that they like to do or something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely being a Grinch. You know how many times I want to say, just look out your window? But it's my job.
Correct.
Right.
I'll
look out the window for you. I also look at what's ahead. But, you know,
there you go.
You have cranky days. It does really stink to be out in frigid cold conditions like some of our hardy tailgaters. I'll show you a picture of some tailgaters coming up in this next hour. I kind of want to hand them the mic. Let them be the reporter this morning out in the Muni lot. It is cold. Now, of course, right now our temperature is hovering around 0 degrees for those who are already tailgating. As we move through the afternoon, I expect us to get to about 5 degrees right around lunchtime. But wind chill as low as 25 below right now. At the game itself, we'll have a temperature of 10, the wind chill as low as 15 below. It will still be cold and very windy. And speaking of the wind, I mean, check out this time lapse from West Geauga. You can see it just whipping through. Of course, plows, you know, have gone up and down some of these roads, and it's still snow covered because you just can't keep up with the blowing and the drifting snow. And we're going to continue to get that blowing snow throughout the day today. So today and tonight, we're really going to have to just use caution on the roadways because you will encounter some snow covered roads. And of course, it will be windy, you know, 2 hands on the wheel. We've got wind gusts upwards of 30 to 45 miles per hour through the remainder of the day today. Now tonight, the reason why I'm saying use caution, lake effect communities out towards Lake Ashtabula County on I-90. Those will really be our trouble spots here tonight into tomorrow morning. But tomorrow for Christmas, definitely looking better travel-wise on our roadways. Airways, you know, we've had a lot of delays, cancellations, so that's going to continue. You just got to check your flight. We're looking at a weak system, a clipper that's going to move in on Monday. So flights out west could be delayed depending on if you're headed in any of those areas. Right now, we're seeing a few light snow showers across our area. Otherwise, just windy and cold, lots of clouds. Here's what's coming tonight, and I'm zeroing in on our lake effect communities out in Lake and Ashtabula County because these are the areas, maybe even as far east as our northeastern communities in Cuyahoga County as well. So that 90 corridor, that will have ongoing snow. And depending on if this band decides to drop in a little more, could put down a couple of inches in those areas. I did fine tune our latest snowfall forecast for the entirety of today, tonight, into tomorrow morning. Most areas will have little to no accumulation, more so in that no accumulation zone, but I can't factor in the blowing snow. That's the accumulation that you're going to have. 1 to 2 inches possible in central Geauga County, far eastern Cuyahoga County, but where we can get that 3 to 5 inch mark, that I-90 corridor in Lake and Ashtabula County and towards the lake shore there. So that's where we could see several inches. Of course, it's going to be blowing around, so really not going to be able to measure it. Look at how cold it is across the lower 48. It's 23 in Dallas. How about Miami? 49 degrees. They had wind chill advisories this morning. I mean, I wonder how long it's been in Florida since they've had a wind chill advisory. We're 1 degree here in Cleveland, but I do have some really great news for us. Warmer air starts to sneak in as we head towards the end of the new year. Not today, though. Temperatures staying generally in the single digits. We'll get into the teens as we head into the late afternoon, evening. That's when it starts to get better. Tonight, we're dropping down to right around 9 degrees. Lake effect snow out east, otherwise just windy and cold. And then on your Christmas Day, wind chills will be from 5 to 15 below. Actual air temperatures will go up to around 15 above. So Christmas Day, that is your pick day of the weekend. Looking ahead. And good morning. Time now is 9:14 on your Christmas Eve, and we've got the frozen tundra out there. I mean, it is cold. You want to stay inside and stay warm. Hopefully you have power back. Let's take a look at what's going on through the remainder of the day. We'll be in the single-digit readings through the afternoon. As we get into the evening, that's when things start to step up a bit. Lower teens expected. I think Futurecast is overdoing that a bit. And currently, our temperatures single digits. We're 1 below, though, in Mansfield. It's 4 above at the lakefront. But here's the feel-like temperature. With those wicked winds, it feels more like 20 to 26 below. So we've got those feel-like temperatures still around. As we head into the evening, anywhere from 8 to 10 below. So it gets better as the winds start to go down. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be not windy altogether, because we're still going to be dealing with windy conditions throughout the whole entire weekend, just not as wicked as yesterday and also this morning. By 8 o'clock Christmas morning, we'll have single-digit readings. Wind chills will likely hover around 15 below. Then as we move into the afternoon, anywhere from 0 to 5 below into the evening. So Christmas Day is your pick day of the weekend, but unfortunately this brutal Arctic air, it sticks around. We'll also be tracking lake effect snow. Right now we've got winds out of the southwest, so the lake effect will likely stay offshore. There will be some passing flurries and blowing snow at times throughout the day today, otherwise just cloudy and cold and that brutal wind chill. Then as we head into the evening and overnight, if you're along that I-90 corridor, Lake Ashtabula County, you have a shot at seeing some accumulating snow as that band drifts in. If it stays over the lake shore, you'll likely see nothing, but I'm thinking that it's definitely going to move into at least northern areas north of that I-90 corridor, so you could see several inches. Throughout the day on Christmas, we're quiet. Temperatures making their way back into the lower teens, and maybe if we're lucky, before the sun goes down, we might have a glimpse or two of it later in the day. So looking at Futurecast, how much snow are we expecting through the rest of this day today, tonight into Christmas morning? Little to no accumulation for most. It's areas in our lake effect communities where we could possibly have 1 to 2 inches depending on how far down that band sneaks. Again, that 3 to 5 inch range will be around I-90 and points north. It's more about the cold, it's more about the wind. The worst is over with. We've had brutal wind chills of 40 below in spots. Winds gusting over 70. I mean, we had hurricane force winds gusts in Fairport Harbor yesterday. Those have now moved on. It's still going to be very windy though and bitter cold today, with wind chills by the afternoon improving to 15 below. 12 degrees though, winds gusting still to 40. We'll still be gusting to 35 tonight, 9 degrees. Again, those brutal wind chills. And then on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy your time with your loved ones, families and friends. 15 degrees on Christmas Day. We'll have wind chills about 5 below at that point. And then 20s move in on Monday. A weak clipper moves in. Less than an inch expected with that in the afternoon and evening on Monday. Otherwise, we look ahead, nearing 40 with some sunshine on Wednesday. And then at the end of the week, and as we wrap up 2022, 50s showing up with, unfortunately, rain showers. I wish, the rain would go away, because I want to continue to make snow and get the skiing, and kids kind of want to sled ride. You can't do it right now. It's just too brutal. All right, back to you.
Years ago, it's been a long time and never got it.
Santa's going to be very welcomed here.
Yeah.
Boys and girls are worried about it with that big storm and everything, but Santa's used to this kind of weather.
Rudolph is working for him.
Exactly. Absolutely. So no issues there, but for us, travel on the roadways could be dicey in spots. There's reports of a lot of accidents out there right now. It takes a while for ODOT to clear this out, and they're battling against the elements. It's still blowing and drifting snow, and it's still icy. And speaking of the elements, this Browns game, we've got the tailgaters out there. It's cold and windy, blowing snow, temperature hovering in the lower single digits, wind chills at times as low as 25 below. At the game, we'll be at 8 above, but wind chills will hover around 15 below. Still cold and windy, and there will be some blowing snow from time to time. But that's not stopping these tailgaters from venturing out in these conditions. In fact, this group of men have not missed a tailgate in over 25 years. So Ryan not missing out, but you can see he's layered up. We've got his friends Mike and Nate. Do you see them? You just see their eyes. I'm sure they're spending a good portion of their time in the car warming up, but you can see the layers here. And then this was taken by Ken Carmen earlier this morning. Does that look like a football field to you? I mean, it looks like an ice skating rink to me. So this is going to be an interesting Browns game. Outside of First Energy Stadium, we've got roadways still looking like this. So you definitely want to use caution if you are traveling today. Even tonight, you know, it's going to get colder once again, and we'll be battling some lake effect snow up I-90. So if you have plans I-90 east, you'll likely run into some lake effect snow at that point. Tomorrow on Christmas Day, better. That's great news. The only problem area that I see tomorrow is that I-90 corridor. We've got this band hovering right along the lakeshore there. That's going to drift in later this evening. There could be a couple passing flurries and light snow showers from time to time, but of course it's going to be blowing around. It's going to be windy all day. Zooming in on that lake effect area, you can see it right along 90 throughout the evening, overnight, and Christmas morning. Outside of this area, I'm really not seeing any problems. We're looking at 3 to 5 inches in those areas that I just highlighted, little to no accumulation elsewhere. And again, that blowing and drifting and those dangerous wind chills. We've got 2 degrees right now. Miami's at 50. They have wind chill advisories in effect for them. That cold hangs on today and tomorrow. We break free of it at the end of next week, which of course is wrapping up 2022. We've got some milder air moving in that will be tracking some showers and some warmth. Not today though. Temperatures single digits through the early afternoon. Then we might get the teens. I think this is going a little overboard. 12 is what I'm going for the high, but wind chills will back off a bit. Tonight, our temperature for Santa and his reindeers, 9 degrees, windy with lake effect snow out on the east side. And then on Christmas Day itself, we'll start off in the upper single digits, and then we'll likely climb into the mid-teens. So still very cold on Christmas. It's going to feel more like 5 to 15 below. 20s on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, more sunshine, 40 degrees. And then at the end of the week, it is going to feel great. Temperatures right around 50, lower 50s. We'll be tracking some rain showers. Back to you. Going to not want to stay outside for more than 5 minutes in shorts because he'll get frostbite.
Yeah.
There's always the shorts guy. He's there. You know that.
Well, plenty of people go all out when it comes to their holiday decorations.
But an unconventional display at one home in Kentucky, well, sparked a major problem.
Humor, you know?
Right. You know, but then the person who didn't call didn't have much of a sense of humor. I mean, if he's standing there that long, yeah, you might get a hint that it might be a mannequin. You might just have a dumb name.
Maybe they're just trying to bring some Christmas cheer to police officers. Like, come and see this call. They're probably having a hard time around this time of year. I mean, they got to be on call on Christmas, and you know, thanks to all of our first responders, our police officers, ODOT. I mean, they have come through during this storm, First Energy, you know, trying to get power back on for people. I mean,
it's a lot of work for a lot of folks for the holidays, so that you can be at home. But let's ask the question real quick. Since Browns play this afternoon, will they win today? Will they beat the Saints?
Oh gosh, I can't read this. Ask again later.
All right. It's wishy-washy.
Frozen.
It's wishy-washy. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you.
Stay warm.